Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, KUGAN CASSIUS, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn...
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking shut up.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV. I'm delighted to be joined by a very happy Tony Bellew. This is a bit of a struggle here. Tony, first of all, how are you? Can you just take the mic when you talk? It might be easier. Tone, I swear to God, there's going to be a rumble in the jungle right here.
Just said smile, Cougs, that's all you said.
How are you, mate? Hold on, because your head's like... Wait there.
It's zoomed in on my fucking face, mate. And if
It's
you
not
put the microphone any closer, it's going to be on my tonsils. You've heard that before.
Just calm down. Angry man, what's the matter with you?
I'm not angry.
Just
Anybody
chilled
who's
out.
not angry.
This is why I think you might be fighting again, because you're one Aggie fuck. Just chill.
What does that mean?
Aggie fuck. Ask Darren what Aggie fuck
What
means.
does Aggie mean? Aggie?
On edge a bit.
What?
On edge a little bit.
On edge, it just means you're aggravation.
What? I'll put you on fucking edge.
That's what I'm saying, just chill
You're
out.
telling me I'm on edge. I said I'll put you on
I
edge.
said you're an Aggie fuck, I didn't say you're on edge.
Well, Darren just explained what Aggie means. He said it means on edge.
How are you, mate, anyway?
I'm relaxed, I'm happy. I was okay until you just prodded this camera up on a tripod in a van when I'm on my way to work. Why would you
It's
do
so true. He gets all the stick going belly in front of the camera, but they don't know that I've literally just set up a tripod.
here on a nice journey trying to go to work, and then you fucking big panda, have then banged a tripod in the middle of the van, stuck a light on my face, and you're asking me, this is not what I signed up for. I'm just trying to go to work, KUGAN. I'm just trying to get home safe to the family.
How are you, anyway? Just be nice, just be nice. Be normal and nice.
This is as normal as it gets, mate. What do you want to know, KUGAN?
Okay. Let's kind of have a little summary. Just chill. Flowers. Darren Flowers. No, that's what it kept saying.
That's not enough in my
This is a disgrace.
I do apologise.
Do you mind? Can you do me a favour? Could you just put your curtain through? Just because, like,
Request as well, not only like the interview, there's a request that I need what I need to do. This is not working. Yeah, they've all
actually,
came off.
that'll be alright.
They all came off. Yeah, they're popping off as well. It's all popping off in here.
Your summary of the last 7 days, Tony. It's been a bit of a whirlwind concerning Joshua, Dylan Whyte, now Robert Helenius.
Yeah.
But your summary of kind of this whole situation over the last week?
I think Josh needs an awful lot of credits, because considering the fact that what happened the last time he had the late replacement, he's only too willing to do it again. So credit where credit's due. To be fair, I think what he's thought about most is he doesn't want the fighters on the bill to lose out, and once again he's fought selfishly again. You know, he's just very, very unselfish person and just thinks, I need to keep these fighters out and get them busy. And it's not like he's fighting because he needs the money, let's be honest. You know, he's fighting to keep the bill alive, and I suppose to give himself rounds maybe for one of the biggest fights of his life. That's supposed to be on the edge of happening, so we'll see.
Obviously, we learned of the Dylan Whyte situation last Saturday. A lot of things are unclear regarding the situation. We do know that obviously he's failed a VADA test, but yeah, some comment on you regarding this.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Anyone failing a drug test for performance-enhancing drugs, i.e. steroids, should be banned for life. So, I don't know what Dylan has failed for, or where, you know, is there multiple tests? I don't know what the dance is, Coog, so you can't really come until you actually know. It's not like when the Canelo situation unravels and it's clenbuterol and it's so blatantly there, or you go to other people and you go, someone's failed for testosterone, or someone's failed for EPO, or you know what it is. No one's revealed what it is yet. If Dylan is to have failed and it's a steroid, which I'd be very surprised. I'd be shocked actually if Dylan was to fail for steroids. I really would. But if he does, then you need ban him for life. I don't care who you are. And I know Dylan. We get on. We get on really well. I literally interviewed Dylan the Thursday before this test came out. and I didn't foresee it coming. He looked like he was in really good shape, but this is boxing, mate. There's a really shitty problem in boxing, and it's drugs. And until one of the boxing boards or the governing bodies makes a statement against someone, it's going to continue. Ban one of them for life, and you will soon get a response. It will stop. You will clear out the noise. Believe you me. Just ban one for life, and there you go. That's the answer. You know, the perfect example in my eyes, and once again I've met him as well, was Jarrell Miller. You should have made an example of him. That boy had every single drug possible in his system. I mean, it was literally the Hulk walking round, and they should have just banned him for life, and that should have how it should have been. And I don't think we'd be in this position now, but the sanctioning bodies, the boxing boards, the governing bodies, they've all got to come together and go, right, when someone fails for clear performance enhancing drugs, i.e. steroids, they need banning for life. When that happens, trust me, that's when you'll see the difference.
In regards to this Dillian Whyte situation, we don't know all the facts, and Dillian Whyte has the right to kind of,
100% he does.
yeah, to not, I'm saying explain the situation, but to get this situation cleared, to clear his name if he believes obviously that he is, yeah.
100% he deserves the time and right to an appeal, and we need to see the amount of traces that was in his system. We need to know exactly what was in his system, and we need to find out. So yeah, I wish him well. You know what the sad part is? I like Dillian. Dillian's alright, lad, I really do. But like I've just said before, if anyone's cheating, you're a cheating bastard, and you need banning for life. Whether you're me mate or whether you're not me mate, you can't be going in a boxing ring with an advantage, with an unfair advantage, Cougs. You just can't do that, mate. Because as I've said before, I'll say again, someone's going to die in a boxing ring, and is that person going to be charged with murder? Because they should be. Because you've cheated, you've gained an unfair advantage. And that's coming from a man who's passed over 100 tests. Not a single fucking slither of anything in my tests. But like I say, don't get me wrong, I do understand how people can have minor things in the tests. I do get it. There's that many products these days. Everyone should be made to use certain not substances. Everyone should be used to make certain nutritional products. Everyone should be made to use the stamped authoritative badge that you get. So that's been batch tested. Everything should be batch tested by every single athlete in the world. If you're not taking batch tested goods, then I'm sorry to say it's your own fucking fault. Batch testing needs doing. Look at companies the likes of Impact. Everything is batch tested, and it's massive. It really is. So I think that's the only way forward. I think the governing bodies, the sanctioning bodies, they need to start coming together with the nutritional companies of the likes of this Impact, or you know, there's other ones out there like CMP, and I'm sure there's many others, but they've got to be batch tested. I know there's Applied Nutrition, they're batch tested. All these guys have got to come together to wipe out these people who are getting people to take products, and they're not just letting people know, because I do understand it is easy, KUGAN, to take an over-the-counter product and have a fail, and I really do feel sorry for people like that. I know what happened to me mate Tony Dodson, and I really feel for you, I really do, but you know, just batch tested products only.
Let's kind of move on to Anthony Joshua now. Obviously, mentally for him, this has been a whirlwind. Obviously, this time last week he was fighting Dillian Whyte, and then obviously last Saturday the scramble to find an opponent to keep the show on, etc. So his head must be a little bit all over the place. Helenius comes in, probably 4 or 5 other people were touted for whatever reasons they weren't available or outpriced themselves according to Eddie Hearn. But Helenius, what kind of challenge is Helenius? Obviously being knocked out by Wilder, being knocked out by Gerald Washington, who's fighting Chisora, but at 6-7 days notice, what do you think about that as a replacement?
6-7 days notice. He's 6'6", he's just fought last Saturday, he can wallop. End of. So he's coming in off a win. Deontay Wilder could do what he done to Helenius to anyone. And I mean anyone. I mean, fucking hell, he was seconds away from doing it to Tyson Fury. Literally. So yeah, I mean, he's just that's an incident. And then you've got Gerald Washington beating him, yes. On 7 days notice, it's a credible opponent in my opinion. Could you have gone with Gerald Washington? Yes, but then would Gerald Washington maybe have wanted it because he's set to face he's set to face Chisora. it's not really like for like. Would he have wanted himself? I don't know, but ultimately it's Hellenius. I mean, if anything, I like the Shah fight, but I know he's priced himself well out of it.
Eddie Hearn said he wanted $3 million to fight Anthony Joshua.
He's never earned $3 million in his life, and he wants $3 million on a week's notice. I don't know what he's smoking, but it must be strong. And can I have a bit as well? Because I don't get drug tested anymore.
Okay, but you expect Joshua to get a job done on Saturday, obviously.
I always expect him to get the job done. I think he's still a work in progress. He's learning all the time. Under Derek James, he's coming on. He's adding more patience to his game. I say this over and over again. KUGAN, I know it's hard for people to listen to and take on board, but he's a work in progress. The lad's learning on the job, and that's crazy. He's an Olympic gold medalist, world amateur silver medalist, former unified heavyweight champion in the world. You know, one belt away from being undisputed unified champion in the world. So, but he is still learning on the job. When you look at his accumulated success and the number of bouts he's actually had, he always gives the experience away. There's only Dillian Whyte who is of similar experience over the years, whether through its pedigree, who is less experienced than who I can think of who he's fought. Everyone else he fights has got far more experience than him in boxing rounds, in spending time in the ring boxing from when they were kids. And I attribute that to how good he is. His physical attributes are so much more developed than his boxing IQ, but he's working on it and it's coming together bit by bit. He'll get there. And I just think it's going to take a little bit more time and a little bit more tutelage under Derek James to see the best of him. But ultimately, I think he will get there in the end, and I think he has everything in his own power to become, you know, the full package. He really does.
Tony, obviously, yes, tomorrow night, Saturday night, heavyweight. Well, I was going to say extravaganza, but it's a huge heavyweight night, regardless of the Dillian Whyte fight not happening. Just moving on to, and I don't think I've spoke to you about this, but Tyson Fury fighting Francis Ngannou.
There we go. There's the grenade.
What? No, I'm. What?
Just dropped the fucking grenade in there, didn't you? What do you want to know? What do you want me to say about it, Coots?
What do you think about it, first of all? Your honest thoughts.
I think as long as that is that for the IFL, okay, yeah, okay. As if like they don't know what we're on, Cougs. Fucking hell. Okay. What do you want me to say? I mean, listen, it's a circus, it's a freak show, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna fucking pay to see it. As long as it's on at a reasonable time, I'm definitely watching that. I mean, 'cause I haven't got a clue what's gonna happen. Is he gonna pick him up and body slam him when he's getting led a merry dance after a couple of rounds? I mean, is he gonna try and choke him? Could he kick him? I don't listen. If you keep getting your face, yeah, mate, it is. But if someone keeps jabbing your face off and you can't actually get near him or hit him, you're gonna get really pissed off. And he could end up getting so pissed off that he just goes, "Fuck this! I'm gonna choke the shit out of you." And you just don't know. You don't. Cougs, these are two totally different sports. Two totally, like, this guy is a walking machine. He's a killer. He's. You know, if you were to put him on some kind of Dexter scanner and machine, like, he would break all records. He's literally one of the strongest fucking freaks I've ever seen in my life. This guy is like a fucking ox. He just hits you and he's so strong. I can't put into words how strong he is. I'm a big, massive MMA fan and a UFC fan. I've watched Ngannou for a long time. I watched him when he'd lost to lesser people than himself, and he come back now and he's so strong and he's just dangerous. But ultimately, he is not a boxer. He wouldn't beat Fabio Wardley. He would not beat him. That is the British heavyweight champion, for people who don't know. Very good, young, promising fighter. And that is no disrespect to Fabio Wardley, because Fabio Wardley, I think, is destined for bigger things. It won't be long until he's fighting for the European title. But just to put things into context, Francis Ngannou would not beat the British heavyweight champion. Fabio Wardley would beat Francis Ngannou, in my opinion. But listen, I'm not knocking Fury. It's fantastic business. I mean, I don't think Is the title actually on the line?
Don't know. What?
I don't. Yeah, the WBC.
No.
I don't think it could actually be, but
I don't think so.
I mean, listen, it's basically Thunder Lips, innit, versus Rocky Balboa. But I'll tell you what, mate, if Thunder Lips gets hold of you, you fucking had it. You don't understand, Cougs. I'm not sure how big of a fan of mixed martial arts in the UFC you are, but if you watch him up close, mate, he is the only person in the world capable of beating John Jones. He is the only one. Like, I've heard all these analogies about going into a room and coming out. Anyone goes into a room with Francis Ngannou, mate, they ain't coming out, I'm sorry. He's coming out laughing after it. Like, I have no words for him, mate. The guy's an absolute animal. Like, I'm not scared of any man, but if he puts it on me, mate, I'm just saying, listen, sound. No problem. What you want, what you need.
In a boxing fight, completely...
Oh, I'd punch his face in. I mean, with a pair of boxing gloves on and rules in a boxing ring, he wouldn't lay a glove on me. But like, if he sees me in the street, or like if he sees me anywhere near the octagon or the cage, mate, I'm on my knees, thanks. You've won. Not even needs to be thrown. I seen him throw a punch, I think it was at Derek Lewis, and the wind off the punch, he missed, and the wind off the punch put him down. You're like, he's so strong. Like, an ox is doing. I can't say some of. I'd like to put it like, mate, he's so strong. He's so strong.
So, look, you just said you can't knock him. He's probably earning somewhere between 20 and 30 million for this fight.
Who is?
Tyson Fury.
Well, ultimately, yeah. I think the biggest thing is Tyson's done absolutely fantastic financially through boxing. He's done great with the comeback and with the mental health stuff that he preaches and puts out there to help people, and the money he's made off the back of that. I think it's very, very smart, very, very clever. He's done really good for himself, and he should be very proud of himself. The biggest thing in this is how much Francis Ngannou is going to make. Because Francis Ngannou in one night is going to make 10 times more than he's amassed in his whole career. And that's the biggest thing for me, which is absolutely fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I do want to see him back in the UFC. But ultimately, I just think, well, not so much in the UFC, I just want to see him back in a cage. Because I don't know who can beat him in a cage, I really don't. I'm not sure that John Jones can beat him. If anyone can beat him, it is John Jones. But I'm just not sure. Like, I keep putting scenarios in my head of how would John Jones beat him. He'd choke him out, or he'd put him in some kind of move. He ain't striking him out. I'm sorry, but you ain't, like, unless you land with a shin on the temple, you are not getting rid of that monster. So, I genuinely think he's that strong. If you get him in a choke, I reckon he tenses his neck and pops your leg or something like that. I mean, I know it sounds funny, but like, he literally just, you'll have him in a full-blown rear naked choke, and this guy can just like pull your arm off out the choke. I just think he's that strong. Honestly, I mean, it's quite clear and abundantly clear you have no idea about UFC or mixed martial arts. Cougs, it's like me standing behind you, having you in a full-blown choke. I'm choking the life out of you. You're tapping like this. This man has the capability to just get hold of my hand and just remove it out the choke. He's that strong.
All right. I don't claim to be any kind of UFC expert. I don't really watch it, to be honest. I watch it when it's like the big names. I'm a casual UFC watcher. I'll watch your John Jones.
So you're kind of a McGregor fan?
I'd watch McGregor. I'd watch Ngannou. I'd watch like Bisping back in the day. I'd watch those guys, but I'm not really a massive UFC fan. No, sorry, Tony.
No problem. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, each to their own. But yeah, I love it.
Right, last one.
Brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
All right, mate. We've still got half hour left.
It's not half an hour left for that, man.
10 away.
Right. How much is Joshua thinking about that Deontay Wilder fight, in your opinion?
Right now, not be paying it any attention whatsoever. I would imagine he hasn't given Deontay Wilder a single thought since he left wherever he'd been to negotiate the fight, or his manager Freddie had been, or his promoter Eddie had been. So I don't think he will have given one single thought. I don't even reckon he sat down and spoke with Derek about it either. So that's my opinion.
Well, listen, he's got obviously a job to do before we can even really look at that, even ourselves. So, but that's the end game for this year, isn't it? To get that Deontay Wilder fight.
Of course it is. I mean, it's probably the most exciting fight the heavyweight division has put together in 2 decades. I'm trying to think of the last massive heavyweight fight that brought that kind of. I mean, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was great when it got brought together. Let's not make any mistake about this. Deontay Wilder chose to fight Tyson Fury when he did because he thought it was an absolute gimme. When he found out it weren't a gimme, he paid for it dearly, and he paid for it 3 times dearly. But that was always going to be a boxer against a puncher. What you get now is boxer puncher versus puncher, and that just equates to violence. The thing about Deontay Wilder is Deontay Wilder cannot do anything else. Mate, that fella can have you doing, what's his name? Trainers. I'm punchy fucker, I swear to God. Deontay's trainer, the ex-boxer.
Malik Scott.
Malik Scott. Matt Scott? Who the fuck's Matt?
Malik Scott.
I said Malik Scott. You said Matt Scott.
Yeah, Matt Scott's his brother.
Fuck off. So, Malik Scott can do all the pads and all the conditioning you want to do, but when a man gets hit on the chops, 99.9% of the time they will revert to type. Deontay Wilder is that 99.9%. And when Josh hits him with a jab or anything remotely that connects well, Deontay Wilder is going to go for the lights, mate. He is going to swing the craziest haymakers you've ever seen in your life. And if one lands, guess what? You go asleep. But if the technically better fighter and the quicker fighter lands first, which is AJ, then guess what? Deontay Wilder goes asleep too. So it's literally probably the most exciting fight that could be put together in world boxing. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. I genuinely believe that.
And are you coming back?
It's the longest one question ever, isn't it? I mean,
Are you coming back?
It's a completely separate question, mate.
Are you coming back?
It's a completely. You said.
This is a side. This is a little sub question.
But it's not. You said one more left, so.
Yeah, this is one more left. Yeah.
No, but it's not. You said that about the last one.
All right.
So now who's lying?
Are you coming back? Yes or no? Are you coming back?
Doesn't look like, does it?
Why?
Because Rzansky.
Back, didn't it?
Yeah, because Rzansky has more options. So I'd 100% smash the granny out of him. Absolutely. He does not stand a chance against me, I'm sorry. But, you know, it's been taken out of my hands. Me once very loyal friend and promoter, Mr. Edward Hearn, I don't think really wanted to entertain it. My wife definitely didn't want to entertain it. Mr. Rzansky wanted to. We'd had a couple of words between ourselves. He fancied it. But then a brighter option came available to him, and I'm sure all will be revealed in due course. Is that the last one now, KUGAN?
So in answer to your question, you're done.
Is that the last one, KUGAN?
In answer to my question, you're not coming back, no. You explained that situation, but I'm saying you're not coming back.
That's it. I just explained the situation, KUGAN. It was just him or nothing. Is that clear, KUGAN? Crystal.
So if you got like 40 million to fight Jake Paul, you wouldn't do it.
Led to another question. Jake Paul does not want to get slapped all over the place by me, and especially not give me anywhere near 40 million, because it wouldn't take that to draw me out of my little hut. And that's not going to happen. Are we finally here?
We're here.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is great news. I wish Jake Paul all the success in the world. I think he's doing a great job. And you know what I do like about... It's not him actually, it's his brother in KSI. Do you know what I do like about them? They're paying fighters fortunes to wear Prime. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. You give them back to boxing. You give them back to fighters. You know, I think it's brilliant. When I seen Terence Crawford with the Prime stuff on, I thought, you know what, good on them. They're putting into boxers. and no one can knock them for doing that because they don't have to do it. KSI and the Logan Paul kid, he doesn't have to do that. So I give them all the credit because boxers sometimes don't get paid enough, and there's some dirty bastard managers out there, and there's some dirty bastard robbing promoters as well who take it all for themselves, the greedy bastards. And it's just nice to be able to see someone like Terence Crawford who will will benefit massively, fucking punchy bastard once again I am, benefit massively from someone like Prem. So good on them, well done. And you know what, everyone fucking drink Prem, my kids love it. Ta-da.
Generally the last one. Listen.
No.
Hold on. Just a quick word. What did you think of the Simon Jordan interview with Eddie Hearn? What did you think of it?
I've seen 10 minutes. And I'm shocked at Robert Smith. Robert Smith shouldn't be discussing what goes on the British Boxing Board with a non-boxing board member. Listen, you're not going to catch Eddie out with things like that. Mate, them schools that he went to, them kids just don't get caught out. I'm sorry to tell you. And they're from two totally different places. But I don't know why they both just can't get on. I actually get on great with both. Well, Eddie's family, and Simon I get on well with. But you just have to understand that they're at each other, these two. I don't know why they've got to be in each other's bonnets. I think Eddie did try and put it straight the other day and was trying to praise Simon Jordan, but the two of them just need to go, right, what is it you really don't like about me? And then he needs to go, what is it you really don't like about me? The list will probably be longer than the fucking writing on my tattoos on my arms, but I'll tell you what, it'll help them get somewhere with it. Now do us a favour, Cougs, fuck off, because I'm going to get loads of abuse for this interview, and every comment, you know what, I'm not even going to look at the comments, so you know what, fucking write what you want, I don't give a shit, write as many bad comments as you can, because they won't be enough, because I'm not even going to look at the comments. Do you know why? Because I don't give a shit. Do you know why I don't give a shit? Because you don't pay my fucking bills, you don't look after my fucking kids, and now we're at the fucking venue and I can go to work, so fuck off. KUGAN, you're the wanker.
Love you, Tony Bellew. Wonderful, Tony Bellew. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day, sir.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're lying.
Cheers, mate. Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, KUGAN CASSIUS, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.